Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a man who is in a political mess because, as we know, currently, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been having that need to run for presidency of this nation. But Fredo Matiang'i, as things are going by, he is in a panic mood. He is in a dilemma, not knowing whether to go for presidency of this nation or to forget about his presidential bid and back somebody else. And that is why today I am going to have a proper explanation why Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is in a panic mode. And I am also going to show and to tell you which is the way forward for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So if you are interested in that kind of analysis, I could request you kindly to stay put and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always make sure to smash the bell button, because by doing that, you have given YouTube permission so that you can get notified whenever we upload any political content into YouTube. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I can never forget to say thank you, because you are behind our inspiration. Now, let us go back and try to break back why I believe that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is in a panic mode. And as you know, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, he has been trying to eye for the presidency of this nation. And he has always tried to support somebody else so that he can get that favor back, so that he can also run for presidency successfully. Because if you look at the past, you can remember there is one time when Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ran for presidency, and he became position 3 behind Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and Kibaki in 2007. And this made him to be the deputy, to be the vice president of Kibaki. But now, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is in a total mess. He is in a panic mode because before the entry of Fred Matiang'i into the national politics, it was quite clear that the person who was going to vie for presidency from the side of opposition actually was Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka thought that Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, the man who he has supported quite many times, could now turn his favor back and support him. But currently, as we know, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is in bed politically with the President Ruto. And it seems that Raila Amolo Odinga is actually going to back William Samoei Ruto for presidency. Let come 2027. And this man was actually taught that this time round he was going to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, but it looks like that one will never come to be. At the same time, here is Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and Fred Okengo Matiang'i is actually going for presidency of this republic. And behind Fred Okengo Matiang'i, it looks like there is that hand of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the man who many thought that this time he was going to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka because they have been friends for quite a long time. But Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is fully behind Fred Okengo Matiang'i presidential bid. And that is why this man called Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is in a political dilemma, because the people who he thought that they could support his presidential bid, they have given him a political back. They have actually went forward to support somebody else. And now Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka doesn't actually know whether to go for presidency of this nation or to back somebody else, and probably to back Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And Fred Okengo Matiang'i entry into the national politics has complicated everything, because now it is actually being seen that the entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'i has actually totally foreshadowed the political ambition of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, because many people from various corners of this republic, they feel that it is only Fred Okengo Matiang'i who can unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto, and they call him Mr. Fix-It. And that means that the person who Kenyans feel that he should go for presidency from the side of opposition is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And this has actually complicated even further the bid of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And of late, even the man we call Rigathi Gachagua, he seems not to knowing whether he is himself going for presidency or supporting Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka or supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i, because he is also confused. He is also in a political dilemma because of that entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'i. But which is the way forward for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? I only see two things that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should do. The first thing, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should actually run for presidency of this nation, because he cannot continue backing somebody else. He cannot continue living his presidential ambition, because age is catching on him. And if he supports somebody and probably that person wins, then he can never go for presidency again, because by the time probably that person will finish 10 years, then Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka will be around 80 and above years. And at that time, he will be too old to stop at presidency of this nation, because at that age, campaigning across the Republic of Kenya to seek for presidency will be a very hard thing to do. So that's why this time round, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should consider to run for presidency, whether he gets support from Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta or not, because he cannot leave his political ambition any longer. So that is what he must do. He must actually start campaigning from now. He must move out and ask the people of this nation to vote him in. So that is the first option that is near Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Another option is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should forgo his presidential ambition once and for all and actually go for to be the running mate of that person, because it is going to be easy for him to be the running mate of probably Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And if they do that korebo, then it is going to be very easy for them to win. And it is going to be very easy for them to ask Rigathi Gachagua to support them. For example, let's say he has accepted to be the running mate of Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and they sign a deal between themselves that we are going to help each other. And now they can go and ask Rigathi Gachagua that, because for us we have accepted who is going to be the man who is going to be the president, the man who is going to be the running mate, it's now your time also to support us. It can be a bit easy. But without that, then I'm very sure that they cannot be able to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Another option for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is that he can actually leave going for presidency, going to be the president or the running mate of somebody. He could actually say, I'm going to support somebody else, and then I will be like a co-president. Let come 2027, after the presidency, the presidency contest is over. Because as you have seen, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has actually been very successful, making himself to appear as a co-president to somebody else. He made himself to be like a co-president to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And currently, he looks to be a co-president to William Samoei Arap Ruto. Then, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka also can go for that. So those are the available options for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to run for presidency, but he will not win. And secondly, to support somebody else to run for presidency. I really don't know what's your take. What are the options do you feel for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly subscribe, share the video, like the video, and smash the bell button. And for those ones who have been watching our videos and they have subscribed, I say thank you, because you are actually behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.